Yeah, give me a minute. I'll open the file and then I will explain you. Okay.
So can you give example by previous term projects showing?
Yeah, sure. I'll give an idea. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay. So I'll just start from the project thing. Okay. So I'll start from a basic, right? So what exactly you need to do and you need to start. So I'll give you example. So this is a previous example I'll give you. So suppose
Hello, Mr. Dr. Aditya.
yeah, tell me.
Sir, you have mentioned in your mail that you will not record this one, all the videos, and it will not be available on YouTube.
Yeah, basically Sunday's videos will not be available on a YouTube because here we are discussing only about the student business. They'll share like what exactly the problem they are facing. So it's something like they have a data and they are discussing about their business problem and personal issues they are facing in the project, right? So that is why we are not sharing the Sunday meeting details, but we can share most of the details with you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Just because
Okay.
I'm working professional, like I have, like today also I have night shift, and that's why I'm asking if like this is the situation. It will be tough for the working professionals.
Yeah. So Sunday sessions mostly we are discussing the problems which.
Okay, sir. No problem then.
So this video I'll share. This I'm just explaining everything and I'll share it with you, right? So this I'll share.
So where will you share this?
I'll share in YouTube.
And the orientation session?
That also I'll share. Maybe we can focus first in this video that I'll just address it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So
And
first
sir,
thing is
what is the recommendation letter?
that
Sorry, the.
all maybe that all we can just take it later. Let me start something.
Okay, sir. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So so make it interactive. I'll make the session interactive, right? So we'll have a discussion. It is a type of discussion, and from there you'll come with the idea like what exactly we are going to do with the project. I'll relate all the things with the project. Okay. So first I'll just ask you, what do you mean by data? So yeah. So tell me what exactly you mean by data?
Any kind of information.
Any kind of
Raw
information,
information. Raw information.
raw information,
Collection of facts.
facts. Correct.
Information plus noise.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
good. Information plus noise. Great. Something is coming on your mind. Okay, so these all are correct answers. Like if you see the data, so data is a it's a type of something like which have a pattern, right? Plus noise. Okay, so whatever we are discussing here as well, like
Sir,
I'm
are you
just
sharing something? Uh,
yeah, I've shared the screen. It is visible
Screen is
for
not
others now.
visible. Actually. Uh,
Yeah, I'm not able to hear you.
I mean, are you sharing something? Screen? Are you sharing a screen?
Yeah, I think it
Yes,
is
it is
visible.
visible.
The screen is visible to all.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
might be you can check with your network.
Either network issue or just pin search window.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'll come up with the discussion. So might be like if you are having issues, you can discuss in the chat bot so that it will be get resolved. Because otherwise, if you disturb in between, the connect will go, right. Okay. So data is something a pattern plus noise. Like here also, I'll give you example. So now also like we are having a meeting, and in meeting, a lot of people are disturbing is in between, right? So what exactly I'm sharing something with you in the form of data, but what exactly is happening here? A lot of noise is also there. Like some people are just opening their mic, some people are just asking a question in between. So this is what like it is not exactly related to your data, what you are, what you want to see or what you want to listen or what you want to understand, right? So always there is a pattern plus noise. Okay. So as a data scientist, when you are going in any of the companies, so the company will give you a data, right? Or you have to collect a data, right? So the first activity is that they'll ask you, from this data you can give me some results, right? Results or some findings, key findings. Okay. So from there they'll ask you to give us key findings. Okay. So now what you have to do, you have to think what exactly from the data you will think like what exactly you can take a fruitful outcome by removing the noise. Okay, so you need to remove the noise and you need to get the trend. Fine. So this is what exactly we are also doing here in terms of business data, right? Here what we are taking, here we are taking our data, that is a business data, and from here we are removing noise and finding pattern, right? So these patterns, how we are finding? These pattern we are finding in terms of visualization, in terms of graphs, in terms of the findings might be in terms of recommendation or in terms of some fruitful outcome, whatever what you will communicate with the business owner. Okay. So this is what we are doing with the data. Now here the things come. There are two type of data. I'm not going in a depth. I'm just touching up the points which will get you information about the project, right? So here we are using two type of data. Okay. So the first data we are taking is a primary data. So what exactly the primary data means? The first question will come in our mind. What is the meaning of primary data, right? So the thing, like if I'll give you example. So suppose one kid is there, right? Okay. So when he is at the age of nearly 5 years or so, he is just going to school, right? He is admitted to school, and suppose a kid's school, right? So what exactly here? Two things are happening, right? So here, like you can see, the parents are there, right? So, and here when he is going to school, there are teachers and friends are there, right? Teachers and some of the friends are also there. So there are different informations are exchanging. Like if I want to see what is the status or what is the behavior of the kid, right? So how I can just assume this thing. So this behavior of the kid, if I'll say I need to see like behavior of the kid, behavior or different activities of the kids, right? So how we can like if parents want to find, and here if you can see he's a teacher, right? So if parents wants to know like what exactly, because the behavior of a kid is different in home with respect to parent, and it is different with respect to teacher, right? So he is mostly observing his academic as well as other performance, right? Other activities. But parents, they are observing his other activities. So there is a bunch of two activities. Suppose here is activity one, or here is activity number two, right? So what exactly parents are just observing activity number one, but teachers are just getting activity number two. So what exactly the parents are observing from the kid in activity number one is a primary source, right? But if you see here, if the parents want to know what exactly the behavior of a kid in terms of his schools when he is going to school, so he will communicate with the teachers and he will come to know about activity number two. So activity number two is not directly coming to parents from the kids. It is coming via teacher, right? If you see, it is coming via teacher to parents. Okay. So it is type of secondary data because you're not getting direct information of the kids in terms of school or in terms of other activities. Okay. But you can see here one more thing, like if teacher want to know the activity of a kids, like he will say like your kid is it's very like disturbing or it's very polite, right? Sometimes he will say like it's polite, sometimes he will say like he is very disturbing. So what happens, these type of two activities might be not observed by the parents because at home he is just behaving properly, he is not disturbing a lot, he is a little bit silent, and he is interacting with a lot of studies, right? So so it is something like that. You have seen a Three Idiot movie, right? In that, one character was there who is just outside everyone, like he's showing like I'm not studying anything, right? But inside, what exactly he's doing, he's becoming a topper and he's just reading everything. So similar case, like if parents are saying, no, 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 teachers are saying like your kid is very disturbing, he's not at all studying in the class, right? So parents will say, no, no, it is not like that because his performance card is he's getting a top, he's a topper. So this is something like which is exchanging not directly, it is exchanging indirectly, right? So when you are getting a data indirectly, then it is called as a secondary data. So here what exactly the primary data looks like. So in a business, if I'll say if it is a business, in term of business, if you see, so when you are going to a shop or business or organization or any company, so when you are directly going, when you are visiting here, right? So then what exactly you will say, you will just talk to them, you'll get insight about the company, you'll get a data details from them. It is something like that. You have a dream of buying a car, right? And you want to buy a car, but what you are seeing car on your laptop or desktop, right? You are seeing a car on your laptop and desktop, and from there you are doing analysis. So what exactly you are doing here when you are seeing a car from a website, there might be the case you are not getting a primary source, like what exactly the car, how comfort, because you are not able to see the comfort when you are just going to the website, right? So comfort is something when you go personally and you can see. Okay. So there is a difference when you are seeing in the website and when you are visiting to the showroom and you are just taking a test ride, right? So both the experience are different. Okay. Both the experience are different. So here you can get a virtual or secondary experience, right? So it is not sure like whatever they are just saying there, it is correct, right? Because you're not getting details by your own by your own when you are visiting to the shop. But here when you are going to the shop, you are directly communicating with the device, okay, or you are directly just taking a test ride and you are directly getting a data from there. Like if you accelerate, so suppose 0 to 10 second, it will take nearly 150 kilometer per hour, right? Just example. But here what they, whatever they are saying, it is a doubt in your mind always, right? So here you are physically seeing like what exactly the performance of a device. So similarly, like when you are going to the business, or I'm telling about a primary case, right? Primary case, when you are going to the business, you are directly interacting with the business owners, right? You are directly interacting with the concerned person who is just dealing with that business. Suppose the business might be any business. So if it is a pawn shop, or it is a some restaurant, so you are going there and directly talking to them, right? So you are, when you are talking to them, you are getting a data from them, right? Verbal data from them, okay, during the interactions. So this is what something like a primary data you have. So this is one of the approach of the project, where you need to collect the data and you need to perform, and you need to analyze the data, and you need to give the recommendation based on your findings. Okay, up to this it is clear, just give a thumbs up. Okay,
Yes, it is clear.
fine. Okay, so now I'll come to the secondary data. So this is okay. I got it. I got you already understand. Just concentrate now. So it's a secondary data now. So what the secondary data is here? So you can go to anywhere. Secondary data is available. Like if you can just go to any of the resources. That, as I told, there is a like a kid is there, right? If you want to take a data, secondary data, parents want to take a data of a kids with respect to his performance in the school, they'll just discuss with the teachers, right? So they are not directly communicating with the, because sometimes they don't know what exactly he is just his performance in the house, like how he's behaving. It might not be true. He is behaving same in the school, right? So this is what the secondary data thing. So now what you can do in a secondary data. So I'll give you one more example. So when we are discussing here, okay, so in a, during the meeting, right? So during the meetings, whenever we are discussing, you are getting insights from the meeting, right? You are discussing with us, we can have an interaction, right? You can have an interaction amongst yourself also, like with during the meeting or some of the classes, right? But what happens, like if your friend miss, right? He won't be able to attend the meeting. Then what you can just do, you can communicate what I suggested you to your friend, right? He is directly not involved in a meeting, but it is going through one or two channels, right? So in that case, it is called as a secondary thing. So if you see secondary data, so there are multiple sources for the secondary data, right? So except primary, whatever you are getting, it's a secondary, right? So if you can go to internet, right, in different websites are there. It's not necessarily you can go to particular website. So there is a Kaggle. There is other websites also where you can get a data. You can get a data from companies also. If you go to company website, right, from there they'll also give a data. You can get a data from department of meteorological. You can get a data from MSME website, right? So there are multiple places from where you can get a data. Okay, so this is how the secondary data comes. Now I'll take one example. Okay, I'll explain you about the project problem statements and other things. Okay, so up to this primary secondary is clear, right? I can move it forward now. If you have any doubts up to here, you can just let me know. I'll just explain you one more time.
Can you please explain secondary data?
Yeah. Secondary data I'll explain. Okay. So I'll give you one more example. Okay. So suppose there are two phones. This is Android and this is iPhone, right? So suppose here student one is there and here is student two who is having Android and one is having student two is having iOS, suppose iPhone, and one is having Android, right? So if you want to see like what exactly, if he want to see the features of iPhone, features of iPhone, right? So if you want to explore, so since second student he is having iPhone, so whatever he is getting, he is directly getting from the iPhone. When like it's a user face in interaction or something, like how the perform, how it is performing. So every insights you can say a student is getting directly from iPhone because he is using. But he want to, like, if his friend, he sometimes got curiosity, like what exactly the features are there in the iPhone, I am not able to find it out. So he'll just ask to his friend, right? Or he will say, like, with a curiosity, he will say, like, he purchased a new iPhone, he'll say, I purchased a new iPhone and these are the features iPhones are having, right? So there is a exchange of ideas, or exchange of something is there, communication with respect to phone features, right? So what exactly the student 2 is getting? Student 2 is getting a feature characteristic of iPhone from student 1 because he is using Android phone. But here he'll just say, okay, your iPhone is very good, but do you have this particular app? Suppose audio record or some book reading app. Okay. So what he will say, so this particular apps you have? So he'll say, no, no, I don't have, because iPhone, everything is paid. If you pay, then only you can just able to get the access, right? So what exactly he's doing? So so if you see there is an exchange of communication. So Android communication, student one is exchanging with student two, whereas student two is exchanging iPhone information and characteristic to student number one. Okay, so this is something like it's not coming directly from one and two, it is exchanging from some source, right? So you can say it is type of secondary information you are getting. You are not getting directly because you are using Android and he is using iPhone. Got my point? Is it clear?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah. Tell.
Yeah, so you said that all the data besides the primary data is secondary, right?
Yeah, correct.
So are we including only the legitimate data or also maybe inaccurate or false data into this?
False data, you say in secondary, you are not sure, like whatever data you are taking from a website, it might be a false data also, right?
Right.
But here we are not focusing about data in secondary majorly. We are just seeing your approach. Okay. On like what are the approaches you are using to analyze the data. That's why we are having only two grades here, D or E, because we are not sure, like the data you are giving is like what we are assuming, whatever data you are taking, it should be publicly available. We don't know about the data, and we are only focusing about your analysis and approach.
Yeah,
Analysis.
that is okay. I'm just asking in general. If I were to access some data and
Yeah.
present it to someone, maybe like a company or something, then
Mm-hmm.
would I consider just the data that I'm getting directly from some XYZ other company as primary, and then all of the other data that may or may not be accurate as secondary? Or is secondary just the legitimate one?
No, secondary is just legitimate one. So you
Hmm.
don't have to. So it's basically, if you are just taking the data from the company, right?
Mhm.
If you are taking a data from a company, you are taking from authenticated source. Got
Yeah.
my point?
Yeah.
But here you don't have any authenticated source. Like even the business. So what exactly that this is the main thing here in the project. When you are going to collect a data, you are finding a business problem.
Hmm.
Okay. But here we are not expecting you to find it's a part of project where you have to find you have to take a data whether it is authenticated or not non-authenticated from the secondary source, right? You have to formulate a business problem. But in a first primary, you have to go to the business owner, you have to just discuss, you have to extract the problem statement from him.
Hmm.
Got it?
Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
Okay.
Sir, primary
Yeah.
data can contain little bit of secondary data like the intro or information regarding something.
Yeah,
Or
that
all
should be
primary.
there. So what exactly should be there? So if you are taking a primary data, okay. So data is something different. So it is something like which you are discussing about the project report, right? Where you can have some content which is you are taking from the company. Am I correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what exactly you are doing? You are taking your data is primary, but information if you are sharing because you are not a owner of the company, you can just take information from the website or you can take information from the companies and then that information you are sharing. That is fine. So here
Okay, sir.
mainly we are if you see the discussion is about the data only. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if I will say, if I'll just give you example, okay. So suppose uh, we have a car company, okay. So there are multiple cars, okay. So here you can say model number one, M1, M2, M3, M4, right? So these are the four models a car company is having, okay. So here one manager is there. He is managing this facility, okay. So suppose there are different costs. So suppose here is the purchase cost, here is the sales cost, right? Here you have a dealer cost, right? Or some other cost or other expenses are also there, right? So when you are just going to collect a data, if you want to do a project in this to analyze the industry where you want to see the performance of a car or you want to predict the sale of the car, if you are having a sufficient data or you need to see like which car performance is better in terms of sales, right? So what you can do, like these are the business problems. So what I just discussed. So suppose first is you want to see uh, the sales of particular model, okay. You want to see the price variation of model with respect to years, how much price fluctuations are happening, okay. So if you want to see the best performing vehicle, right? So in that sense these so similar way you need to create a business problem. I'm giving an example here. So what you can do, so these things will be in your mind when you're going to interact with the manager, okay. So here what you can do, you can just ask him first ask him what is the business problem you are having, right? Okay. So this is type of activity we'll explain you later. We can have a session where we will explain you how to pitch. So suppose you can ask what is the business problem. He told like these are the business problem I'm having, right? I need to see what exactly the models are having, right? Where the sales are more. So geographically, if you can see, suppose this is a map, you want to see like the sales are pretty high in Mumbai, but in Chennai the sales is not high, right? So he want to explore the region where the sales are dominating, or we have a more sales of a which product, right? So what you can do, you can go here and you can just discuss with him like what are the business problems. So he will share you some of the data. Once he is convinced, he will share you. Suppose he will share you this data. So this is something like a true data you are having. Okay, there might be the noises when you are just finding a data, right? On a day wise, on a month wise, on a year wise, you might find like there is a different trend. So this is what exactly he is giving you a data is a primary data, because this is directly coming from the source, directly coming from the company. Okay, so if I'll give you another example, but this is not the case in secondary data, because secondary data you're getting from internet. Suppose in Kaggle or something data is there, right? So they have a data in different folders, but you don't know like these data what they are giving is accurate or not, or it's a generated data from some source or something. You don't know anything about the data, but here you have a confirmation. Okay, this is what the data he is having, and it is the data of particular business. Got it? I'll give you one more example. I'll take very like a small example, as I think somebody has pointed out in the starting. So there is I'll take example of some student did a project in IIT Madras mess. Okay, so what exactly they are doing? So there is a uh, there are different challenges and different business problems. Okay, so they visited. So the first thing they found is the wastage of food. Okay. The other problem they find out is something like the price unaccountability. Why it is happening? I'll explain you. The other thing they found is something like the other challenge is inventory. Okay. So these are the some of the challenges they find it out, and they try to solve it out. So what exactly they did? They just visited the mess. They just talked to the mess manager, and they just try to find it out like what exactly the business problems they are having. So he explained like these are the major problems we are facing. The most important is the wastage of food. They are wasting nearly tons of food per day. So since this tons of food is wastage per day, so because of that, there is a huge fluctuation in profit. Okay. So how like if they what how they have just address these issues, they just try to sort out like they just try to find out what exactly the menu they are having. Suppose Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, right? So they observed like how much on the day basis they have calculated how much waste is there in terms of tons of food per day, right? Per day they've calculated. They observed, I'll just show in a plot. What they observed is pretty interesting. So suppose here they have a days, and here they have a wastage of food, wastage tons per day. Okay, so they have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, right? So what they observed here when they plotted the data, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Right? So they have observed the food wastage is pretty high. Highest food wastage is in Saturday. Saturday is the highest food wastage. Okay. After that, they observe like Monday, the food wastage is pretty less. Suppose it is something like here. Tuesday, it is also less, something like here. Or Wednesday is also fine, right? Thursday, there is a huge food wastage, but it is not in compared to this one. Friday also there is a food wastage, but it is not compared to this. Okay. And Sunday it's a huge wastage, and Saturday also it's something like this. So when they plotted it, what they observed, so something like this trend they got. So the food wastage, if we plot it like this, so they observe the food wastage increases as we are moving towards weekend. Okay. So why this is happening? Any idea?
Sir,
Any
either the food is bad during the weekends, not good menu, or people are going out on the weekends and skipping the mess.
Yes, yes, correct. So absolutely correct. So what exactly is happening when after Friday, when Saturday, Sunday will come. So most of the students will go out and they can have a dinner outside. So there is half of the students, and there is a movie also in IIT. So on Saturday they are just having a movie in open theater, and because of that, most of the people are skipping because the movie time is something 7 to 10, and the match time is from 7 to 9. So you can see here, so most of the people are skipping and they are going for a movie, and because of that, or they are going for outing, or they are going outside for the food, right? Because of that, huge food wastage is there. So what exactly? So if you see here from this plot, so you are able to, if like this is something like insights which is coming from the data itself. Okay. So here you can see these are the two outliers. Why these two outliers are coming? This is because the food made on this day is something like some of the vegetables which is not liked with most of the people, right? Suppose, as far as I say, when I was IIT, usually skip when there was a Karela. Okay. So something like if you just see these are outliers, these outliers are because of some food which is not acceptable with most of the students. They don't like it. They don't like the particular food, right? So because of these two outliers are coming. Okay. So this is something like why I'm telling, because I was also the part of committee when I was in IIT. So this is what we observed, and we reframe the menu accordingly, right? So we reframe the menu, we change the items, then we observe like this food wastage, this problem was reduced. So what we are doing every semester, we are just reshuffling the menus. We are putting new items. We are removing the items which are not preferred from the student side, and we are just changing. So if you see here from this food wastage, so if
Just
you see a
curious, what did you do about the weekend problem?
weekend problem, yeah, weekend problem is there. So in a weekend problem, so when we analyze the data for nearly 3 months, right? Then we come to know what exactly the quantity of a food is required on the weekend. So suppose in a regular day he is making 50 kg of vegetable, right? So in a weekend we observed like it is the consumption is nearly 20 kg only. So we suggested him you make 20 kg vegetables, take 5 kg vegetable on a backup side. In case if there is a shortage, you can just immediately make it and serve it to students. So this 30 kg wastage we have saved, and this, because of this, when we saved this one, because of this, 1 minute, I think screen is not visible to you all.
No, sir. And your
No,
mobile
no,
screen
sir.
is visible.
Mobile screen is visible, sir.
Mobile screen. Yeah.
Okay, let me share it again. No, I don't know what exactly is happening because I'm not connected with the mobile.
No, somebody else shared
No,
this.
that is someone else.
Madhusudanan is
Oh,
sharing, sir.
Oh, somebody else.
Now it has stopped, sir.
yeah.
Share again.
So I think somebody has taken an iPhone. That's why he's showing. Just joking. Now it is fine.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, so this is what exactly the real case study we did, and we, from here there are multiple things we find it out, like what exactly the preferable vegetables for the students, what are the not preferable vegetables for the students. So accordingly we have refined the menus, like what should be the content of the menu should be there, right? Which food we don't have to put in the menu. So from here, like if you see, so from we have reduced waste from 50 kg to 30 kg, right? So this is a waste reduction we have done. So if waste is reduced, so where it went, like it went in terms of profit, right? So what we told at last to the um, the manager or to the owner of mess, we'll do the analysis for you, but in terms you don't have to focus more on profit. You have to focus more on quality. So this is what exactly the exchange of what we can say, one side we are giving profit to him, and another side we are asking, we are giving this profit in terms of quality. So you can provide a quality food to students. You don't have to save this money. You just try to give a good quality of food to students, right? So this is what exactly is the outcome of the data. Okay. Can I give one more example? This is clear. Let me know if this is clear.
Yes, sir. Interesting examples.
Yeah, I'll give you one more example.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So these all are the example you can see, like these all are, sometime you will also witness these examples. So one more example I'll give to you.
Hello,
That
sir.
is, yeah, tell me.
So, sir, how do you collect the wastage data?
Wastage data, yeah. So wastage data, what we are doing here. So we have the carrots, right? So we have a boxes. Okay. So in these boxes, these boxes are kept when students are putting a plate. Near that plate, we have a boxes, and in boxes we have a different three type of boxes. In one box, they can put like sabji, right? In other box, we have provision of putting rice or something, right? So there are different boxes. In that boxes, we put the label, and in that label, students are putting. And at end of the day, what we are doing, we are measuring this. We are doing a measurement of these boxes. How much like a sabji is wastage? How much rotis are wastage? How much your rice is wastage? So from there, we'll get idea of particular commodity which is wasted on a day-to-day basis. Got it?
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
So one more example I'll give, that is something like I when I was a student, I didn't recognize that was an example, but when I engaged with BDM project, then I thought like that is a business problem. So what was the example? It is the example where you can say when we are going to school, right? So we are going to school via bus. Okay. So frequently, what happens? Frequently, on a frequent basis, the bus diesel got like it will get over. So it is a frequent case. Like when the bus diesel what like get over, and we have to stay for some time. We were happy because we usually miss our first class or second class, so we were happy. Okay, it's fine. But this is something like happening in the organization which the owner don't know. Okay, so what happens? Owner is saying like we have a buses, we have a new buses. So owner is saying we have a new buses, but what exactly is happening? We are giving a full, we are just filling a tank on a daily basis for all the buses. We are giving a payment to drivers, and these drivers will fill petrol or diesel, right? Okay. So what happened? Like frequently, it is happening. We thought like there is some issue in the buses. So what he is doing? He initially he don't feel there is a another problem, right? So there is a problem. First problem is, so this is a business problem where we loss of money due to some factors, right? So the second problem is that he is losing the contract. Customer retention. Customer retention was a problem, right? Why customer retention is a problem? Like if what exactly our principal said, like we don't want your bus because on a daily basis you are getting late and the students are suffering. But students are pretty happy at that time. But from the principal side, he need to see like students are suffering, right? So this is a customer retention is a business problem because what happens like if the same thing happens, he is having 15 buses, right? So if the same thing happen, he'll just the principal will what he will do, he'll just he will remove the contract from this bus owner, right? So directly his 15 buses will go to park on the parking place itself. He won't be able to run for a particular school, right? So
Sir, sorry to interrupt. I
yeah,
have a question here.
yeah.
So we have identified these are the problems, but how would how do you like us to frame these problems when it comes to a proposal?
I'll explain you. I'll explain you.
Okay.
So this is what exactly I'm giving you a sample thing where you can just identify the business problem. So this is not a business problem which somebody just tell me. It is something like when I was started to taking a BDM project, I thought like this is what a business problem also. Like when we are in a school, this is frequently happening. And because of this, what exactly are happening, we have reframed this, right? So it is coming from our previous things. Like if you think like these are the problems, then you might it will be click in your mind, right? Okay, so I'll explain you, just give me some time. I'll just finish this story. Otherwise some people will think like stories is going on and somebody has put a break on that. So just let me finish.
Thanks.
So
Thanks.
so what exactly the principal is he told like sir, if these things are happening on a frequent basis, then I won't be able to continue your bus services. I need to just remove the buses and I need to put a new company for the buses factory, right? So he observed like what exactly he just go to service centers, he just cross check all the buses. Since he was unaware of what exactly is happening, he just recheck all the buses, right? And then he find it out like buses are fine. There is no issue in bus. right? So what happens? Someday he come to recognize like there was a problem uh, with a bus driver and bus conductor. So what these guys are doing? These guys are filling a petrol. He usually give 1,000 rupees suppose, and they are filling a petrol of 500 rupees, and just they are saying like we have filled the petrol, and there is a issue with the engine, and because of that engine he is consuming more oil, right? So this is a frequent thing it's happening. So he changed the driver and conductor. So after some times, like things are getting sorted out, buses are moving fine, they are reaching on a time. But this is a process which we can't trust, right? So there is a trust issue. So what he did after then, he was going in the morning to filling station. He was standing there, and on a day-to-day basis, he's in front of him, he is filling the petrol or diesel. Okay, so these things he can reduce, but there are multiple challenges as well, right? Apart from this, so these are the two problems he's facing. The third problem is that they are taking parts. They are actually, what exactly is happening? The buses are standing in a parking lot, right? At that time there was no camera and all, right? So what they are doing, they are just changing the parts because they already have a keys. So they are changing the parts of buses and they are selling. So this is again a big problem for him, right? So you see from this small business, how many business problems come. The first is your loss due to petrol or diesel theft. Second is your customer retention. Customer retention. Third is you're changing a part. And the fourth problem comes when a driver, one driver was there. He was driving very fast. So one day, what happens? There was a bridge actually. So when he was coming to the bridge, he was drunk, and after then he just hang the bus in the railing of a bridge, right? So unprofessional behavior of driver. So after when bus was hanged on the bridge, right? So after then he lost the contact. This contract from the school, and after then school procured new buses. So what I mean to say from this story is something like there are multiple factors which you can think of. So this is what this business problems are coming. This I didn't discuss with the business owner. This exactly when I thought it is coming in my mind. These might be the potential business problem. So similar way, when you are going for a business, right? When you are just going to collect a data from a business, what you need to do? So suppose it's a business of some small vegetable shop. Okay, I'll just make a table, and might be that will be helpful for you all. Okay, so suppose we have a first business of vegetable shop, right? The other is something like a grocery shop. Shop. Third is something like, I'll take some other example. You will suggest some of the example. No issue for me. So suppose
Sir,
yeah, tell me.
startup
Startups, right? So
related
these
to
The electronics shop.
anything. So anything. I'm taking only three example. I'll tell you. So I don't want to. I'm not going to tell you. You will only tell me what exactly the business problems are there. I'll just record it here. Yeah. Tell me, what do you think are the business problem for vegetable shops?
wastage of vegetables because it gets rotten.
Wastage of vegetables, correct?
Daily change in prices.
Daily price fluctuation on day basis. Yeah, tell me.
Then market, like someday people are coming, someday people are not.
Which one? Transportation cost.
Yeah, transportation cost.
Credits
Transportation.
which may not be returned.
Yeah, tell me. One more time.
Credit, some giving credits and the money will not be returned sometimes.
Yeah, credit basis system.
Seasonal changes,
Correct.
like some flood situation.
Seasonal changes. What else?
Selective demand from customer.
Customer returns.
What else?
Selective demand from customer.
Okay. So demand variation. Correct.
Uncertainty of profit.
So see
Purchase power of the locality.
how many business problems are coming? Locality.
Locality purchase power.
Bargaining problem.
Mismanagement on procurement.
What it is? What it is?
Mismanagement on procurement of vegetables, like not buying the most selling vegetables and buying the vegetables that are not selling at all.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So this will come under
Mismanaged
wastage.
inventory.
Okay.
Mistake in weighing the vegetables.
Which one? Sorry, I'm not able to hear you.
Mistake in weighing the vegetables.
Acha, weighing issue. Weighing issue. Okay.
Quality of vegetables.
Okay. I want to see. I want to listen some of the business problem. One major business problem is left.
So other competitors in the market.
Okay. Another
Bargaining
one.
problem.
Which one?
Bargaining from customers.
So
Okay.
the new
Bargaining.
quick commerce.
Okay.
Locality.
Okay.
Employees.
Impact of Zomato and Swiggy.
Online platform.
Yeah. 5 minute,
During
10-minute
fluctuating
delivery
cycles.
company.
Okay.
Storage.
So
No
one.
proper
Availability of
bookkeeping.
labor.
Okay.
No proper bookkeeping.
Correct. No proper bookkeeping is also there. Some more ideas. Just think about it. Some more ideas if it will come.
Sir, people may ask curry leaves and coriander for like free of cost.
Okay. So freebies.
Freebie.
Okay.
Demography.
Demography.
No
Correct.
profit.
Festival or seasonality.
Correct.
Loss of business.
Loss of.
Loss in the business. No profit.
Okay. This we have already, I think, covered.
Perishable goods.
Sir,
Okay. So what?
availability of labor.
I didn't get the answer which I was.
So actually, whenever people buy the vegetables, it's not accurately weighed. That is also a problem, right?
Yes. Yes.
So not being able to retain regular customers.
Customer retention.
Supply fluctuation.
So not being able to stay like if at a particular place, maybe police is after that area.
Fluctuation. Okay. So one important thing is there, which I'll tell you. You people have missed. So nowadays, a lot of problems are coming in. Like if you see a vegetable one, vegetable or any small shops. So that is something like a storage. Okay. So if they have a proper storage problem, storage in the sense, like if they buy vegetables, so if they have a cold storage, something to store for a next day, not for a longer period of time, because they are not sure. And what happens, like these small vendors are just uh, coming for a business, and what happens, like because of lack of storage, at the end of a day, they have to throw all vegetables in the market, or they have to sell these vegetables at a very lower cost, and they have to go. So at least if they have a storage system, right? So they can easily store it, and they can some of the vegetables they can store it for a longer time also, right? So it will be fresh, and they can use it. So if they have a proper storage, they can reduce this one. On a day-to-day, transportation cost will reduce. Okay. So in case if demand variation is also there, they can just store it properly and they can just sell it on the next day. I'll give example. One of my friend started a startup. Uh, name is 1090. Right. So what they are doing, they are just storing, they are just creating a storage facility. Like you have seen, like a small that ice creams and all storage, that foam is coming, right? So similar way, they're making a material which can store and make the vegetable fresh for nearly 10 to 14 hours, right? And there is nothing they have to do, they have to charge only that thing. Okay. So what I mean to say from here, like if this problem is, they are able to sort it out, shortage issues, storage issues, then might be the case there are multiple business problems which they are able to address from this. Okay. So like I didn't tell a lot of things. You people only suggested me a lot of business problems. So when if somebody is going to take a business of vegetable shops, just try to keep these things in your mind. So these are the potential problems, and this is what a suggestion. Okay. So what type of data you will get it from here in vegetable shop when you'll go? You'll get date. You will get a day-to-day data, day-to-day sales data, transportation data, transportation cost data. You will get wastage data. Sorry, wastage data. You'll get a lot of data like demographically, seasonality, lot of. So this is what exactly your things. If you see here demographically, seasonality, so this is how you are saying. This is something like you are saying on the basis of some data, right? You are not blindly saying seasonality will affect the vegetable business. It is something coming in your mind based on some data or based on something. Am I correct? Just give a thumbs up if it is correct. Okay. Good. So this is something like what exactly if you are going to do, if you are just seeing a demand variation in a small shop, vegetable shop. So on what basis you will see a demand variation? On the basis of data only you can see how much demands are varying with respect to uh, per day, per week, per month, per 6 months, per year. If you want to see a seasonality data, what you want a data for a particular season, right? If you say like if it is like summer, if you say it's a winter, if you say it's a rainy season. So these, if you want to do a seasonality analysis for a vegetable shop, you need a data for a different seasons. On the basis of this only you are able to comment, okay, there is a problem with respect to seasonality for a vegetable shop. Correct? Similarly, here also there are multiple problems. So you want to say something on a grocery shop? This is clear. Vegetable shop is clear to all. Just let me know if anybody is having a doubt or thumbs up if it is fine. We can move ahead with grocery shop. I'm sharing the feedback form also. Maybe you can just uh, fill the feedback. The thing is that I have not much of this feedback and all. So if you just give a feedback, it will help me to think like what exactly you are getting from today's class. Okay. So now I'll come to the grocery shop. So what are the things coming in your mind for the grocery shops? What do you think are the business problems or problems? Don't think about a business problem. Think, just let me know what exactly the problems, as per your suggestions, are there with the grocery shops. Let me know. Yeah.
Inventory management.
Correct.
Sir, location of the shop.
Okay.
So dead stock.
Wait. Let me change the color of a pen, so it will be highlighted. Okay. Yeah. Tell me.
Supply and demand according to seasons.
Inventory. Tell me other one.
Storage.
Storage will comes under inventory, right?
So
Okay,
dead
I'll put
stock.
a storage. Okay, got it. Third,
Location of the shop.
location.
Procurement issues.
Procurement
List
issue
of
in the sense.
areas which you mentioned here.
Inflation, sir?
Tables not will be applicable here.
Yeah, tell
Price
me
management.
one by one.
Inflation
Inflation. What type of inflation you are thinking for a grocery
means
shop?
day-to-day inflation. If the prices are varying, this might affect the business of the grocery.
Okay. So price
Customers,
fluctuation you can say, na?
yes, yeah,
Inflation.
inflation.
Inflation is not on the day-to-day basis. It will be on a yearly basis or a monthly basis, right?
Or price variation fluctuations.
Yeah.
Shelf size.
Self size will come in the inventory as well. You are describing here.
Sir,
In the self,
expired stock.
Expiry of products.
yeah, it will come under inventory. From here, you can calculate.
So return policy.
Product qualities.
Product quality, you can say, because in grocery shops, maybe you are selling most of the packed product, right? So in that, product quality, yeah. But if you are just selling on a,
It should be of brand.
उसको भी जाने देना.
Brand.
Brand wise.
Yes, sir.
yeah.
The person comes to shops, he will ask for brands like Tata and
Okay,
many
I'll
more
put a brand
branded
preference.
items.
Yeah, yeah.
Then labor.
Return policies. Product.
Which one?
Return policy.
Those who are not just involving, just try to mute yourself so that I'll able to listen other people.
Return policy. Product return policy.
Return policy.
Yes.
Sir, rodent menace.
Price margin.
Price margin. Yes.
Sir, rodent menace.
I'm not able to understand what it is.
Sir, rodents, rats, and all that.
Acha. Okay. So insects.
Cleanliness.
Cleanliness.
Less
So
cash
this
flow.
is not a major concern. This is not a business problem as of now. So we'll take majorly what are the business problems.
Sir, labor management.
Unorganized.
Correct.
Bargaining can be also a major problem to the grocery shops.
Unorganized distributors.
Sir, one problem is the customer purchase on a credit.
Yeah, this is an important problem.
Billing customer data management.
Credit basis. Okay.
Customer data management.
What do you think about this retailers? They are purchasing from retailers and all.
Unstable supply of goods.
Low profit margins.
Low
Sir,
profit.
untimely delivery of the items.
Can be
Untimely
your
delivery of
minimum
the.
order, sir. Minimum quantity.
Minimum order quantity.
Maybe theft or shoplifting.
Okay. So okay, we'll wind up here because so grocery shop, if you see, I'm surprised like nobody has discussed about the online purchasing. Online platform consequences, right? So what are the consequences of online platforms on a grocery shop, right? So this is something like an important thing which nowadays is happening, right? So not in tier 1, tier 2, sorry, not in tier 3, tier 4 cities, but if you see in tier 1 city, tier 1 and tier 2 cities, so this is a major concern. This one is a major concern. So like we are also living in Chennai, so mostly we are preferring to buy things either from Amazon, Swiggy, right, or some other portal. We are not preferable to go to the market and to purchase the things. There are multiple factors happening, because when we are going to the local market, the language is the issue, one thing. But it is not a major concern. We are able to cope up with that, right? But nowadays people are becoming lazy, right? So what they are doing, if they have a facilities, they can just take their mobile and can order.
Yes, sir. Online problem is that availability of a product. Just like if I am
Yes.
ordering some, I need a mustard oil of Fortune brand, but I am getting uh, sunflower and something else. This is the most problem. I am in a tier 1 cities and I'm ordering oils like just like must I need Fortune oil and Tata salt, but there is a not available. Availability is too low about these
Yes.
products. They
So
are
yeah,
selling
so
cheaper products.
basically you can get a centralized place where you are getting all the things. You don't, what happens if you go to the market, there might be the case you are not getting everything's in one place. But here, what exactly you are getting? You are getting all the things in one place. If you want a grocery item, if you want a vegetable item, if you want anything, you can get it here. But how this thing is affecting to the grocery shop? So this is a major concern nowadays, because if you see, so these are the big sharks in the market, right? And because of that, small grocery shops are just affecting a lot in tier 1, tier 2, like mostly in tier 1 and tier 2 cities. So what exactly, so this is one of the biggest business problem for a grocery shop, right? Apart from what you have quoted here. So when you are going, so this is something like for the grocery shop, vegetable shop, and startups also, like we don't have a time now, or might be in next session we'll just discuss it up. So this is something like it is coming. uh, you didn't go and collected any data as of now, right? But you have a clarity like what should be the business problems with respect to the business, how you are able to just get the idea of this business problem, because might be you are familiar and you are just visiting these places, right? So similarly, when you are just going to collect the data, primary data, so these are the important tools whatever we have discussed today, like these are the important tools which will help you out. When you are going to the business shop, you don't ask them about the business problem, right? So you can just directly tell them like these are the grocery shops. If you are going for a grocery shop, you can tell like these are the problems. I think Parthi. So okay, so when you are going to the business shop, right? So these are the problems. Uh, at least you have an idea. These might be the problems which this shop is facing. So just when you are going, just try to discuss the problem which is in your mind, like inventory, storage. Just try to connect with them, like how you are managing the inventory, how you are maintaining the storage. So what is the effect of the locations? What are the price fluctuation on the monthly basis? There will be a huge price fluctuation or not. Just try to discuss with him, right? When you are discussing with the like concerned person, he might find some interest on you, right? He'll say like, okay, he is having some idea because you are pitching on the points. Uh, you can pitching on the pain points which he is having, right? Then you can just slowly ask, and then you can just pitch like these are the things I can analyze. If you just share me some of the data, I'll just help you out to find the inventory thing, how much inventory you need to take, you need to have, or how much what is the flow of the material, what is the least selling material, what is the most selling material. From there you can increase the profit. So initially if you will go him and ask him the data, he will not give you. Nobody will give you a data unless and until he'll find some interesting thing which you can communicate and which help you to convince him. Okay, so these are the things, some of the things when you are going to collect a data, just try to study. Like it is something like for two businesses that we have discussed, and you can just explore when you are going with to some startup, right? So if it is a startup of some medical company, you just try to explore what exactly the business problems they are having, or this particular domain of company, what are the business problems they are having, right? How they are managing the business. Just a free study you can do for 1 to 2 days. Then you can communicate. It is something like that. I'll give you an example. When we are going in a train, right? So what happened? There are mostly when we are going in a train, usually people will, if it is a long journey, people will sit together and they'll just discuss about some particular topic, right? So when they are discussing about the topic, if, if the topic depth is not there, depth knowledge, right? Then some might find like it is not useful and they'll just go here and there. If there is a depth in the knowledge, like they are able to understand anything on the basis of data, right? Then they'll find an interest. Like if you go there, even the data is wrong, it doesn't matter for them. If you go there, you will tell the stats. Like if it is a cricket issue, you can tell like Gautam Gambhir, this is a record. That's why he is like he is appointed as a coach for this. He is in his record. He played this many matches and this many matches. This is the critical match, right? Like where he just hit 150 run or 200 run. If you are giving a data, then people will find something interesting. They'll listen you. Otherwise, they'll go. Similar way, when you are going to discuss something with a business or a business owner, if it is pretty interesting, they'll just address you. Otherwise, they'll just ignore you. Okay. So these things actually should be very important when you are going for a business, right? So I hope this is clear. And okay, so this is clear. I hope you have clarity on the project now, like what exactly the project is all about. Just give a thumbs up, or your favorite emoji is also fine. Great. So other things I don't want to repeat because that are already there. Maybe I'll share you the video orientation session, how you have to do, what you have to do. So technically, I want to communicate with you like what exactly you have to find. I want to give some examples which I have given it to you, like what exactly the business and how you have to find it out, the business problem. So in next session, I will take mostly two things. What is a business problem and what exactly R&D and technical problems? Because there is a huge difference students are getting confused, right? So let me unshare the screen.
Can you recommend some books, sir?
Sir, this project is something like a learning project. So yeah,
Yes, sir.
Two books are there, and we have already made one book, which soon we will share. That is a 250 pages book for Capstone project itself. We have made. One more book is already there, which is there in the portal itself. That is the smaller version of Capstone project. Maybe you can refer that book. So you'll get insight, but this 250 pages book will be fine. Like you can just get everything. Even we have given some sample reports there, right? So you'll get an idea how to write a report, what exactly should be there in the report, right? So you'll get everything. Okay. So this is something, sir. I'll tell what I want to communicate. This project is something unique in the sense because here you are addressing a social problem, right? When you are addressing a social, like if you see a mess example, right? So what exactly is happening? We are able to save a huge amount of food, right? Where in the other hand, you can see a small vegetable vendors, right? Those who don't have a profit margin of nearly 10 rupees or 20 rupees, they're earning per day nearly 500 rupees as a profit, right? And they are just working whole day. So if it is possible, you can address the problems. So they are also pretty happy, like if they are able to save some money or something, right? So this is something like where you have to go in the real data and you have to just find it out what exactly the bottlenecks are.
Sir,
Okay.
I have a doubt.
Thank you very much, sir.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
so when we have to do our first submission, means
Yeah, now I'll come to the submission cycle. Before that,
yes,
I'll again send you this feedback
so
form.
we are very much confused with the portal. There
I'll
are
explain
two
you. I'll
routes:
explain you.
primary route and secondary route.
Don't worry, I'll explain you.
Yes, sir.
So what you have to do, so in a term, right? So this is a term, September term. So effectively it will go up to December, right? So in a term, we have a multiple cycle, right? Multiple cycle in the sense, every month you have a submission cycles. Don't bother about the portal because this project, it's a throughout a year project, right? So timelines are made accordingly. So I think some kid is also learning, huh? She is also finding out, she or he is also finding out business problem. Okay, good. Happy to see. So here, what exactly you have to do? So here we have different cycles. So you are free to submit any of the cycles, right? So in a month, every month you have a cycles for proposal submission, midterm submission, and your final submission. Apart from that, you have a Viva. So in a month, if you want to complete a project, you can complete by submitting back to back. But that is not possible, and we will not recommend you because what is the consequences of that? If you are focusing on 1 month, you'll waste more time, right? Because on a hurry, you are just writing something, submitting, and it will get rejected. Again, you have to wait for 1 month, right? So in a month, you have to submit 1 to 5 on a proposal, right? Every month. Don't worry about September it is showing, October it is showing, or whatever it is showing. So next month it will reset to the proposal phase, right? And you have to submit your proposal from 1 to 5, right? And from there you need to continue. So it's up to you, like what cycles you need to decide. It's totally up to you. We are not able to, we are not even forcing you to choose the business. We are not forcing you to select any cycles. So the freedom is in your hand. You can design your project as how, like as you want to design, right? So there is nothing like from our end. We have a cycles and you can submit any. But I will just suggest to you, don't wait for a last cycle because it is a very panic situation. We've seen students, those who want to go for a degree level from diploma to degree level, and they are struggling on last cycle, right? So don't, because nothing will be in our hand at that point. Nothing, we can't do anything, right? So the thing is that you can plan accordingly and just try to submit in a sequential way, right? Just try to plan your project properly. And what I recommend you all, right? So this is something like a journey, right? When you are just going to the business owner, just try to record everything. So when you are completing a project and when you are going to the company, you can showcase them like this is what the journey I have started from scratch when nothing was there. I interacted with the business owner, and this is what the final outcome. So just try to record every phase of the project when you are going interacting with them. Just try to say like, okay, this is fine, this is fine. Just so it will give you a confidence, right? So this is what I hope this is clear. Timeline and all are clear now.
Sir, I have some doubts, sir.
Yeah, yeah. One.
Sir, I am some from the previous term. So in the October cycle, I will be submitting my proposal. So
Okay.
Regarding that proposal, I'm pretty much done. I have few doubts. Like my business has both in B2B and B2C.
Okay.
So what should I mention in the portal?
You can mention either B2B or B2C or both. You can mention.
Like
Both
they are
options
having
not
both
there.
the.
You can mention B2B or B2C. Anything is fine.
Okay, so but in the like report, can I mention both?
Report you can mention both the things because you are dealing with B2B and B2C both the things. Huh? So
Yeah, yeah.
report at anyhow you have to mention everything in your metadata.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So and regarding the problems, they had one problem of branding. So what I was suggesting them that I can help them with the website. Should I mention this in the report that I am helping them with the website for branding purpose?
Branding purpose you can mention, but it is not a business problem because this is what I need to communicate in the next class. What exactly the business problem and what are not a business. So this is not a business problem. This is something like a feature advancement or something like they want to make their things systematic. They are asking you to develop something, right? It is not
Okay.
directly related to the business because if you make a website, it is not sure like he will get a his business is twice or thrice. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
So, sir, my proposal was rejected last month. So, is there
Okay.
any other way to resubmit or in normal way?
No, you can submit in October, no? October 1 to 5, you can submit it. No? That is what I am saying. Athar, you can
Yes.
just refer the portal. Everything is there in the portal. It started blinking when the proposal is starting, right? It will start, the timeline will start, it will start blinking in the portal.
So, the timeline will be from 1 to 5 of this.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Sir. Thank you.
I'm not expecting this. You are in the second term. I'm not expecting this question from you.
Sir, what are the major things that people are getting rejected for, like the
So
reports?
if you stick with the timelines, the important thing is that, if you stick with the guidelines, right? So there might be the case like your report will not rejected because of improper formatting, right? The other thing is that like if your business is not like whatever the project is you are taking is not a business problem, right? It should be a business problem. The second thing is that like if you forget to attach your declaration statement, if you forget to put your names and all, that is a test reject, right? Because this is we are clearly mentioning you have to put a declaration statement. Okay. Other thing is that like when you are going with the results, so there are multiple factors, right? So in that we are just seeing like, okay, when you are moving with the project, so you are giving a proper explanation or not, right? So when you are just saying, okay, this I plotted this graph and there is a the sales decreases or profit decreases on month of May, right? But again, it is increases 2 times on a month of June. So why it is happening? You need to provide a clear justification of that. That is also we are seeing from the plot. We can see like, okay, there is a drop, but on the other month there is a huge increase. But why it is happening? That is what we need to find it from the result, right? And whatever the recommendation you are giving, it should be inclined with your problem statement, with your results. It should not be something randomly you are giving a recommendation. Right? If you
So
make
one small
from
question.
yeah.
So ideally, whenever we are giving a proposal, we will have some kind of an insight that what we are going to suggest, right? Then only we can follow through that.
Proposal mainly we are focusing on your problem statement. I'll tell you. So it's something like three stages we have. Three stages, something like a teaser, trailer, and movie. Okay. The teaser comes in the proposal where you can share like, hey, this is my problem statement, and this is the project I'm doing. Now you come with a trailer where you are going, okay, these are basically the things about my data. You have to explain your data thing. And one thing is that like if the proof of originality is very important. If you don't have a proper proof of originality, your report will get test rejected, right? Because that is why we have a variation. This is the point where we can verify, okay, your project is primary or secondary. So you need to provide a proper proof of originality with your data. So data we are not able
Sir,
to provide.
how many bills do we need to submit for proof of originality? Or like, do you have to
So
submit the
bills,
entire
bills,
bill?
bills we are not looking for. You can just so we are mainly looking for the letter from the organization. Okay, there is a video interaction for 5 minutes where you can discuss when you are visiting to the shop, right? So it's not something like specifically we are asking you to take a video. When you are going to the shop, there itself, when you are interacting with, just try to capture the video. So it will show as a proof of originality like the shop is existing, the owner is existing. It's not something like everything is on the air, right? तो सब कुछ हवा में नहीं है, कुछ एग्जिस्ट कर रहा है तो ये शो करना पड़ेगा उसमें, ठीक है? तो then you have to show everything like these are the things.
Yes, sir. And regarding that authorization letter, since it's like local businesses, they don't have such
Yes,
letters.
yes.
So how
So
do I
in
draft
that
that?
case, actually, what you have to do, you have to make a letter. Okay, you have to make a letter. You have to take a sign and stamp from the organization. If the stamp is not there, you can take the letter. You can provide a GST details, any details which can authorize that the person who is signing in your letter is the owner of that business. Any document. We are not focusing. We are not telling it should be authorized. Like whoever is signing, I can also sign in your document. Anybody can sign in your document because we don't know like who is the owner. So for the authenticity, you need to provide a document. The person who is signing in your letter, he is the owner of the shop or he is the concerned person. I'm not saying like directly a owner or CEO of the company will sign and he'll give. The concerned person who is giving your data, he is the employee of that particular company or organization or business or shop.
Like it's a family business. So like, what documents would
Family
support this?
business it's there, na? So you can share the GST details. GST is there, na? So from GST
Yeah.
we can validate. Okay, this is the shop is existing and he is the owner of the shop. The concerned
Okay,
person.
okay.
Sir, so one small question,
I
sir.
have
Yeah. Tell me.
Sir, the access to the portal will only be provided after we submit the proposal, or how is it, sir? Because it is not letting me get inside the portal.
No. I think. What about others? You are able to access the portal, right?
Yes, sir.
Actually, the
No, sir,
portal
we
you
are
can
asking for the
access,
proof.
but the
I
timeline.
think like if somebody is having an issue like this, you can, because I already told like we are not dealing with, if we deal with this
Have
type of
to just
issues.
directly put our email ID and we get the OTP.
Yeah, because if you
Getting the
deal with
OTP
this
out.
type of issues, we are not able to handle a
No, I
technical
No,
issue.
whom to contact? Actually, whom to contact? See, for in my portal, in the dashboard, the timeline is showing this month, September, everything is over. But I've just started.
Contact
So
support.
in this case,
No, sir.
contact.
I want to tell you one thing. In timeline things, I already explained you because the submission is are already
That is
going on.
dummy dates, is it?
You are registered in this term, but the previous registered student, their submission is going up to September. So for
Okay.
your thing, it is starting from October. That is what I'm saying. Like it is a
Okay.
continuous. This project is continuous throughout the year.
Oh, okay.
Aditya,
No,
sir, I
timeline
did
will
not.
be. This is just a dummy timeline it is showing.
No. It's a timeline. The submissions are already going on. Backside, if you see, there is already a students who are completing a
Okay.
project.
Not
Yeah.
for this term. Not for this
Sir,
term, basically.
Yeah.
So
sir,
what
I
is
did
the
not
meaning of
complete my
primary?
question,
Sir,
sir.
Yeah, one by one.
And
Rohan, you can drop a mail to
can I
Shilja.
finish? I have one more thing.
Sir, I did not
Is
finish
it
it.
okay? Shall I continue
Sir, can we
or?
go in the order,
It's
sir?
fine. It's
Sir,
fine.
sir,
We'll
sir.
take one by one. We will take
Yeah,
one
yeah.
by
Can
one.
go in
Okay.
the
See,
Sir, I
order.
I
did not
have.
finish my question.
Yeah. Tell me, Rohan.
Sir, what
Roshan.
happened is that yeah, I got the OTP. I put the OTP and I entered the submission phase. Like I have to submit the problem statement. So
Mhm.
without submitting the problem statement, won't it allow me to get inside the portal because all the
No.
files
So
which we have?
So what exactly is happening in the portal? So it's a one-time activity. When you are registering for the portal, you need to fill your details, right? So this is what you are
Okay.
saying, like, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's a one-time activity where you have to register. You have to say, okay, this is what the thing is that there are two phases in the phase in the project, right? A primary and secondary. So when you fill the form, we will shift your submission either to primary or to secondary based on your choice. So you are not able to access the secondary thing. Your project will be
No,
shifted.
I am able to choose that option, primary and secondary, but it is asking for a problem statement. How will I
Yeah. So it
know
is
the
not
problems?
necessary. The thing
Acha.
is that it is not necessary like you want to input these things now itself. So it is
Okay.
something like when you are ready with your proposal problem statement, when you are ready with your proposal, then you can just fill it and just submit your proposal.
Okay. Only then I will be able to see the details inside the portal. Is it what it
You
is?
are not able
What
to
is
see
it?
the details. Can you show me? Can you share the screen? Because I'm not able to find it out from the student side how it is looking on. So if anybody can show me the portal how it is looking on, I'll just take it up and I'll just try to communicate with the portal team to address the issues.
Okay, fine, sir. I will share the screen in a minute or two. I will log into the portal and then I will
So
share
maybe
it.
I'll take other questions.
Sir, in the proposal,
Okay.
sir, do we need to take printout and fill the thing manually and upload it in the PDF
No.
format?
Everything is digital. Nothing is. You are in a digital degree, right?
Okay, sir.
So nothing is print out and all. Okay, fine.
So what is meaning
The
of
interview
primary
should be
route
only
and
with the owner
secondary
or
route?
what?
I'll take one by one. You can just say
So
me.
what is meaning of primary route and secondary route?
So you came late or what?
No, sir. I know,
At what
but
time you have joined
just
the meeting?
I am just reconfirming, sir. Primary means taking raw
No,
data.
primary. At what time you have joined the meeting? Tell me first.
Sir, I was present in the meeting, but
So I have explained this clearly. What exactly the primary and secondary. And at the end, it's something like वही कहावत है ना एक. तो वैसे ही हो रहा है.
yes.
रामायण खत्म हो गई.
Maybe you can revisit the video. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
this
sir.
is what the portal
Sure.
you are having. So here you can choose. So it is not something like you have to put it now itself, right? So we are not expecting you to put it now or fill the detail now. It's something when your project is, you are in the stage of submission, you are in a stage when you are able to submit your proposal, right? Then you can fill these details, submit it, and then it will show you, it will redirect you to the portal submission page. Okay. Other things I think are accessible. You can go with to the timeline.
Okay,
Yeah,
got it, sir.
timeline is
Thank you
fine.
so much. Yeah, it's
So
working for
I'll
me.
just explain you about the timeline. So current is blinking in the green color. So now nothing is going on. So it is showing gray color, right? So when the proposal will be open, you see here it is set it. Yeah, the things are set in the next month, right? When the 1st of October will come, it will show you the green line on the proposal. It means the proposals are started. You need to submit, right? So month by month, automatically it will change.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, so for this term, project students, we do not have any earliest form that we need to fill right now, right?
No. There is no form, nothing else. So this is the
Yeah,
one-time
means
activity
like,
you have to register.
yeah, the secondary and the primary part we need to choose later on, right? Not now, currently. Any
Not currently.
decision?
That is what I want. I'm communicating you again and again. It is
Yeah.
not now you have to fill. When your project is confirmed, when everything is confirmed, when your proposal is ready, then you can fill this form. It's not necessary
Yeah.
you have to fill it now. If you go with the document, Ansari, could you please open the document? Yeah. So here you can go down. So, okay. So the last document, BDM Capstone project book, it is there. Na? This is the book you can refer, right? So this is a shorter version of the book. You can open it. It is opening, right? View
Sir,
document.
which one, sir? Which one?
The last BDM Capstone project book, he has highlighted.
Okay, short write-up, BDM Capstone, is it?
So this is a book we have already made. So from there you can get insights. Some of the results are there, but a longer version, like we have a 250 pages. There, all the things are there. If you go at the last, I think.
Yes, sir. He was able to download the book.
Yeah.
And
So from
saw.
there you can get a last 4 projects we have shown, sample 4 projects. There you will get insights.
And so, what is this ticket thing?
Which one?
Ticket. The ticket
Yes,
on
yes.
the portal.
Ticketing system. I want to say, like, in a ticketing system, what you need to do, like, if you want to reset your portal, right? Sometime it happens. Students are getting, like, initially the business assure, like, they'll give them a data, but finally they ignore to give the data, right? So in that case, like, you don't have any option to continue with the same project. Then you need to reset the portal from the next business, right? Then you need to raise a ticket. Okay, sir, I want to change from or I want to reset the data, or in case if you want to change from primary to secondary, you can raise a ticket for that as well.
So, sir, even if the proposal is accepted, then also we can reset it.
But it should be justified. Why? So it's not something like previously students are saying, like, sir, this in proposal we received very less marks, like, so for improvement of marks we need to reset a portal and we need to submit it again. That is not possible, because right now we have 3,500 students, right? So if every students are doing the same thing, we are not able to complete your project in a term. Okay, so if the region is genuine, then only we will allow you, otherwise we will reject it.
Sir, is there any WhatsApp group or
No,
anything
we
for
don't have
this?
any WhatsApp. We don't have any WhatsApp group.
So,
Okay.
so the interview should be with the
Sir,
owner
discourse,
only, or
anything is there, sir? Discourse.
Discourse you can better, like, we are more responsive to emails, right? If you
Email, which
maybe
email ID, sir? Which is that?
email ID, sir, is already there. You can just see, na, aditya@study.
Okay,
In the documents.
the same one.
If you go with the guideline document, everything is there in guideline document. To whom you have to send a mail, to whom you have to send the operational mails, everything is there.
Okay.
So where should we attach the proof of authenticity?
Proof of
authenticity, like the video or the GST document?
That thing you have to just include in your report, right? So what you have to do when you're going to the midterm, right? So in that condition, you have to include the videos or the documents in your Google Drive, and you have to share the link in the report.
Okay, it's not necessary for proposal, right?
Proposal, you can just, that is what I'm saying, like, you can take your time, because this is the first meeting, you people are a little bit confused. Just take some time, refer the documents. From there you'll get an idea what exactly you have to put in the proposal, what should be the content of the midterm, what should be the content of the final term. So just go and refer the document, because it is not possible for us to explain individually to everyone, right?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Sir, we'll get the authorized letter for data collection.
Yeah, you'll get it. Will directly be uploaded in the portal. I'll go in a sequential way, right? So that it will be easy for you all. Otherwise, some people are jumping in between and they are disturbing others. So, yeah, Datta, you can just let me know what exactly the problem.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
So the main problem I was facing was like, even though, last session also I spoke about this, like with you and Ashwin sir.
Yeah.
Like the problem is that whenever we go to the business, even if we don't mention the data aspect, like we say, like I will do a business analysis for you.
No, Nilotpal, this thing we can just discuss actually in the next session. We have a separate session for this. So for a time being, maybe you can just, I explained you a little bit in this session itself, where I explained you about the vegetable shop and this shop. I explained you how to pitch it. So in the next session, we'll discuss more about on this thing, right? So just wait for some time, like maybe on 28th of the next month. We will be taking one more session. Okay. Because this session is too long right now. It's already 6. I don't want to extend it too much because it's a Sunday for you all as well, right? So I don't want to extend it too much.
Sir, I was not able to attend the orientation session, so you said that you will share it on
Yeah.
YouTube.
So I'll share. Don't worry. I'll share.
What do you
The thing
mean?
is that the session video itself is of 5 GB. So we need to compress the video and then we need to upload it. It will take some time. Editing
Channel
time.
I want to ask where it will be uploaded.
Everything you'll get via email. Don't worry. I'll just
Okay.
send once it is uploaded. I'll just share you the link.
Okay.
Just be updated with the emails. We are sharing every information in the email itself.
And
Spencer
so
has
where to
sent it.
get this session recording, sir?
This session recording I'll also share. So both the recordings I'll share in a mail. In a day or two, I'll share. Okay.
Yeah, sir, I have just one more doubt. If we do not submit the proposal on 5th of October, we can do it on 5th of November, right? By the 5th of November.
Yes. Correct.
If it is passed, we can go to the next midterm session also.
Yeah. Correct.
Thank you, sir.
So I'll go to no. I'll go in a sequence. Great Bharadwaj. So it's a pretty interesting name, the Great Bharadwaj. So it's something. What's your original name?
Shubham Kumar Bhardwaj.
Okay. So it's something. Da is also written and great is also written. So both are strong words. Yeah, tell me. Bharadwaj ji, बताइए.
Sir, you have said we can get data from street vendors too, but the problem is most of them have not GST numbers like that things.
That is fine. That is in the proof of originality. The thing is that proof of originality you can prove as much as possible. If you are taking multiple photos, multiple videos, that is also fine. So it's not something like if they don't have, then you don't have to submit. It's something like you have to make your case strong. जब आप कोर्ट वगैरह में जाते हो ना, तो क्या करता है वकील? कितने सारे प्रूफ रखता है कन्विंस करने के लिए कि हाँ वो सही है, मतलब उसका जो क्लाइंट है वो सही है. ठीक है. वैसे ही आप जब अपनी रिपोर्ट सबमिट करोगे तो आपको प्रूफ करना पड़ेगा कि नहीं, आप जिस शॉप पे गए हो वो करेक्ट है, बिल्कुल आपने जो डेटा लिया है वो ऑथेंटिकेटेड है, वो फेक डेटा नहीं है. समझ रहे हो? तो उसके लिए आपको जो भी आपको लगे कि ये बेस्ट प्रूफ है जो कि इंक्लूड कर सकते हो उसमें, यू कैन इंक्लूड इट.
एंड सर मैंने BDM प्रोजेक्ट एंड कोर्स साथ ही में लिया है. So if I submit the proposal in November, then how can much time I can expect for completing this project?
This is not we can't tell this thing. It's based on your performance and based on your project. We don't have anything in that. We will just only evaluate your report and just give you a comment. So it's something like how you are working, what type of reports you are making, totally depending upon you. We are not having any hand on that. Okay.
Sir, and also I want to suggest that sometimes it happens when you took case of a grocery shop or vegetable shop, when there is busy periods. There might or maybe many errors in billing. जैसे पैसे लेने में वो भूल जाते हैं कि इसने पैसे दिए हैं कि नहीं. क्या इससे भी
हाँ, तो ये तो बहुत बड़ा बिजनेस प्रॉब्लम है. इसको तो आप वर्क करो कि कैसे कर सकते हो कि पैसे लेने ही जब भूल गए तो डायरेक्ट लॉस है ना उसके लिए. समझ रहे हो? अभी IIT मद्रास में क्या होता था, पहले यहाँ पे एक शॉप है अंदर, उसमें बहुत भीड़ रहती थी, तो कुछ स्टूडेंट सामान लेके ऐसे ही चले जाते थे, है ना. तो उसको बहुत ज्यादा नुकसान हुआ. फिर इसके बाद उसने क्या किया कि बाहर एक बंदा खड़ा किया, एक आदमी खड़ा किया जो कि क्या करता था, बिल चेक करता था. जो भी जाता था उसका बिल चेक करता था कि उसने पेमेंट किया या नहीं किया. तो वहां से वो लोग अपना लॉस को रिड्यूस कर सके. Okay, I'll go with the next question. Abhinav.
Hello, good evening, sir. Am I
Yeah,
audible?
yeah.
Uh,
Don't
sir,
repeat the same question. If it is something different, you can just let me know.
Yeah, it's different. So,
Yeah.
so I have a particular question regarding my secondary proposal that was rejected last term.
Okay.
So, can I discuss it right now?
Secondary proposal rejected. Maybe you can
No, sorry.
discuss in the next.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir. Midterm proposal. I misspoke.
Maybe midterm there is a we can have a next session on next Sunday. Maybe you can discuss next on the next Sunday.
So by next Sunday, wouldn't it be like late for
midterm submission? I think it will be on the second week, no?
Okay, sir.
You are in secondary submission or primary?
No, sir. I have submitted my proposal that was passed last time.
No,
Then
you are in a primary or secondary, because
primary,
in
sir. Primary.
secondary we don't have any midterm. Correct.
It's on primary, sir. Primary.
Okay. Maybe what you can do, Abhinav, you can drop me a mail stating your problem. So I'll reply in the mail itself. If I'll get a time before that, right?
Okay, sir.
You can just send me a mail.
Yes, sir. So one simple question I have, like, is
please.
there somewhere a PDF format for midterm proposal?
No. This we don't have. The thing is that we have only one format. We have given only the one format, right? Format is something to understand you how you have to make a report, right? In a midterm, there is nothing to make because you only need to change the content of the report, right?
Okay, sir.
So only the content and the headings or and these things you need to change. But format should be same. Whatever you are just using in the proposal, you can use the same format, changing the content.
Okay, sir. And regarding the proof of originality, sir, I have one question. So the situation with me is like when I started the project, I was living in a different city. But during the project, I shifted from that city. So I don't have like a signed document.
It's fine. It's fine. Digital is also fine. If they can send you, they can send you in a letterhead in a WhatsApp. You can just, or either in a mail from official email ID is also fine.
So, sir, if they could send me only the GST number, will that be fine?
No.
I have to get
need
signed document.
They need to send you a letter, right? So they are giving you a data.
Okay. So in the letter, it should mention GST number, or it
in the
should be
letterhead.
just signed.
If they give in a letterhead, then it is fine.
So if it is stamped and signed, is it okay? It should also contain GST number.
Yes. Stamp and sign should be there, including GST number is fine.
So if it doesn't include GST number, it is fine if it is stamped and signed.
That is what I told previously to Balaji also. Like how much you can give the proof, your case will become as strong. I'm not able to comment as of now.
Okay, sir. So actually, I have recorded video of the interaction I had with the owner in his shop, and other photos of the worker working there, and every other like video and picture aspect. But I had the problem, the procurement with the letters. So like last time when I asked them, so they were like little hesitant in signing the document, even though I clarified them that it was nothing like a government thing or something. It was just for my project. But
maybe Abhinav, you can check these things. You can see like how it is possible, because we have a long queue of other guys. So maybe I'll address their question. So you can just check like what are the. I told you like whatever the possible, you can do it. You can just make a proof of originality and submit it. So if something is not in your hand, like you can't able to do it, right? So whatever the possible options which can authenticate your case, you can submit it.
Okay, sir. And regarding other problems, I should mail you like the particular specific. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, Dhruv.
Sir, my question is related to the question just asked. But the owner.
No, if the question is same, then we can just skip it, na?
No, it's a little bit different. Just the owner is the mother of the person who is managing the restaurant.
Okay.
So the person who is signing and he has signed, he does not have a stamp.
That is fine. If he's his son is operating the shop, it is fine.
But like, how will I prove that? Like, I have pictures and like videos, but like, how will I prove he does not have a stamp?
No,
but
it is GST number and all are there, na?
Yeah, I have the GST number.
Yeah, you can include the GST details.
Okay.
Okay. Fine. Yeah, Raghavendra.
Yes, sir. Sir, I was planning to take secondary submission this term. So
Okay.
in secondary submission, I will take data set from a Kaggle.
Anywhere. So it's your choice.
Okay. Okay. And then afterwards, for the problem statement, can I choose my own? Because
you have to choose your own.
Yes. So while choosing my problem statement, just for the proposal, right now I have to write that problem statement only. And that. And one more question, sir. I was thinking, can we take share market data like a company trend?
You can. We told you you can take any data in the secondary. It should be a business problem, but.
Okay, and I will use Tabula for means graph plotting. So I can make a like presentation on that like PDF for the
No,
final
PDF
submission.
you have to make in a Word file, right? PDF in a Word you have to make and convert it into PDF, right? I'm not sure, you know the format, right? So it's your
Yes,
choice.
sir.
You can use either any of the software to make the report. It's not basically our concern. So we have given you everything. You have to just refer the guidelines and you have to make it.
Okay,
Got
thank
it?
you. Yes, sir.
Hello, good evening. Hello.
So I've shared this form also. Maybe you can just fill it if you are free. Yeah, tell me.
Yes, regarding the secondary data, if I take it from Kaggle, then what do I write for business name and sector of, I mean, business name? There is
No,
no.
Abhijit, we can go in a line, like queue is there.
I think
So
I think I am next in the queue.
okay, you are
Yeah.
go the next. Yeah, tell me.
Yeah. So basically, what do I write for business name if I take the data
So
from?
business name, this is already discussed. Dr. Ashwin already told you, na, in the orientation session, like what exactly the business name you need.
No, but if I take it from Kaggle, there is no specific business name over there. For
Then
that.
you have to find out the business name or like what are the domains they are having.
Okay. And another question, when you were discussing the sources for secondary data, you mentioned Indian Meteorological Department. I mean, how is that related to business?
So I'm just suggesting you these are the sources, but might be not be able to explore meteorologically. You're not getting the business problem. But these are the three sources I'm telling, like from where you can get the data.
Okay. Because I have access to that data. Because I was wondering whether I can use it for my secondary data. That's what I'm.
No. So here we are mainly focusing on a business point of view. So you can just try to get a data from MSME's website where the company's data are there, case studies are there.
Okay. All right. Fine. Thank you.
Okay. Aditya?
Good evening, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. Tell me.
Sir, my question is that when we submit the proposal, so we have to include like what have we thought of, like what the problem statement we have mentioned and how we sought to solve that problem through the data, right? So we have explained some method. So if the problem state proposal is accepted and when we submit the midterm, so is it will the midterm be rejected if we change the proposed way in which we are doing the analysis?
Yeah, it will get rejected because you are proposing something and you are doing analysis of something else, right?
No, I mean, sir, the problem statement will remain the same, but the method in which I analyze
Method
the
you can
data-
use anyone. Method you can. That is what you have to explain in problem solving approach.
Yes.
Where you can explain you are solving your business problem with these particular methods.
Okay, so I mean, my major issue is that like from the proposal to the midterm, we can have a variation in the methods of the analysis, right?
You like in a midterm you can just put a small results, show a small results, but in a final term you can show a different results. It's fine.
Okay, sir.
But don't take like the same thing you are just plotting again and again in a different form.
Okay.
That is what happens previously when a student like they included the data in a tabular form. They included the data, that table they have converted into bar chart, and again that table they have converted into time series analysis. The same thing they are just plotting in a different way. That is not a perfect way to complete the project.
Okay, sir. Thank you.